Good morning and welcome back to my channel. This is Passing Wisdom or Phoenix Rising. So in this video, I'll just give less obvious examples of things toxic maternal figures might execute um, in the midst of their weird dynamic. So toxic maternal figures, and I'm typically talking about in African dominant households, but in general, affect both the offspring as well as the spouse, right? So less obvious abuse from the toxic maternal figure could look like stunting the child's growth. So this could be stunting the child's growth educationally, like academically, or it could even be stunting them mentally and physically just based off the lack of education. So this could look like not training them, like going over basic math, basic science, corresponding with their grade level or even above their grade level. This could look like the child maybe being in like fifth or sixth grade, still reading at a second, third, and fourth grade level, but has been to every amusement park and every movie theater, etc. This could also look like always keeping the child occupied. Now, that sounds odd in hindsight, but to always have the child going out with you on certain escapades and never allowing the child to sit down and rest. So it's just active, out of balance, though. I would say that could be a form of abuse on the toxic maternal end because you're basically trying to keep the child attached to your hip so that nobody else can kind of persuade them or see what's going on because you're always with them. So if somebody were to ask you, oh, what's going on with the child? Like, oh, I just took them here and I just took them there. It doesn't sound bad. It won't sound like abuse to the other person on the other end of the phone or even the teacher. Also, with the lack of education and not going over certain foundational skills, I'm sure when the child goes to school that they're behind or they're getting bullied or they feel like they don't fit in. Again, if they're not being fed properly or being forced to eat certain foods that don't agree with their stomach and things of that nature. Uh, that lack of education can lead to a lack of confidence, even a lack of self-esteem. So if they are getting bullied at school, or maybe they become the bullies at school because of what's going on at home, this all stems or is a product or a result of the toxic maternal figure, not wanting to, one, be found out about, but also not wanting to lose that control. That keeps the child brainwashed and deeply controlled and deeply distorted, um, and probably deeply sabotaged as well, or self-sabotaging. Yeah. It could also look like pulling the child out of environments where the caregivers or the teachers or the staff of that environment were showing genuine care on improving the child's academic.